gasoline, kerosene, light virgin naphtha, heavy virgin naphtha, petrol, and the US government gets 1,460 billion barrels overseas a year. Saudi Arabia makes the most money with 56 billion. Eagles were rescued from the oil. Exxon Valdez oil spill occurred in Prince William Sound, Alaska, on March 24, 1989, when Exxon Valdez, an oil tanker bounded for Long Beach, California, struck Prince William Sound.
March 24th, 1989. At 4 minutes past midnight, a tanker leaked 11 million gallons of oil containment, hiding miles off the line of Prince William Sound, killing thousands of animals in the sea. The oil affected lots of people fishing. Beaches were flooded with oil. It took years to clean up the oil, and it cost billions of pounds to clean up the oil from the coast and the sea. Our group disagrees that the tankers should not be able to carry oil across the seas. It should be transported by pipeline, but it would cost a fortune. Exxon lost millions of money because it was a ship tanker that crashed because the captain was drunk. There shouldn't have been any alcohol in the tanker. Animals died and beaches were polluted by oil that meant the people of the community could not go to the beach. The oil companies are more concerned about profit than the environment. Ships have a double layer of hulls. That means if the rocks penetrate one layer, there will be another layer to protect the oil that makes the problem less worrying. The entire cleanup of the spill took 3 years and the cost was over 2.1 billion. The death toll in terms of wildlife was staggering. The full impact may never be known. On October 8, 1991, an agreement was reached between the state of Alaska, the federal government, and Exxon on both criminal charges and civil damage claims. Thank you for listening.
Introducing the good and bad points about oil transportation. An oil spill which occurs near a coastline will always impact more living organisms than one which occurs on open oceans. This is simply because coastal areas are home to too much concentrated and diversified population of a marine life than the open ocean. Rivers and the oceans are by accidents involving truckers, pipelines, barges and storage facilities, usually while the oil is being transported to us. It is when, during the oil spills, that things are affected. The oil spill in history was in Prince William Sound, with a tanker which spilled their spill because the captain was drunk on the job. The driver got sent to prison and his supervisor got fined. The company Exxon also got fined. The oil industry has enabled us to live our lives and has brought us good lives too. The bad points are that tankers could spill their loads at any time, and if a tanker spills its loads, the environment can be heavily affected. If an oil spill happens, the company that drilled the oil has to pay for all the damage to the environment. Oil spills produce a lot of greenhouse gas, which is a cause of global warming. Oil companies can raise the price of oil and it brings misery to us today.
Oil is a vital need, and that is why we are for transporting and expedition of oil. An oil tanker can take more than 3 million gallons of oil. It is cheaper than transporting it by plane.
On land, oil is transported by pipelines, trucks and trains. While workers are drilling oil have to work very fast, and mud and oil spews everywhere. Oil disasters occur every 20 to 40 years, 50, so it can be that bad.
Oil is transported by water, so because it's too expensive to fly by plane, and it's found under the crust of the earth, so we need big long pipes to pump it out. Then when it's out, we transport it to the factories and they run it down, they bring it down to oil for cars and making clothes and plastic. So we really need oil, even though it costs sashes and kills millions of animals. We need it for day-to-day life. That's why we're for oil.
The oil industry is very important to the world. Oil has many uses such as ink, crayons, bubblegum, deodorant, plastics, vehicle transports, toothbrushes, toothpaste detergents and more. Also medicines such as penicillin are made from chemicals and many of these chemicals are made from oil. Oil spillages leave black, sticky mess along beachfronts. The beaches become unusable once the oil gets onto the clothes or bodies of swimmers. It's difficult to remove. The company responsible for the oil spillage often has to clean it up. Oil seabirds die from exposure because their feathers are no longer waterproof and from the toxic effects the oil they ingest when they try to clean it. I said that wrong, right? And from the toxic effects of the oil they ingest when they try to clean themselves. Spilt or burning oil causes a lot Spilt or burning oil causes a lot of damage to the environment. It destroys the land, leaving giant oil slicks. It kills marine and bird life. The poisonous fumes released by burning oil also pollutes the atmosphere. Benefits: easy accessibility all over the world due to the sea tankers and railways. Very large amounts of electricity can be generated in one place using oil fairly cheaply. Oil-fired power stations are very efficient as they produce high energy. 6 million tonnes of oil gets into the sea every year. Almost 500,000 are the result of shipping accidents. The remainder comes from tankers, which wash out their tanks with seawater and illegally dump it into the sea. Some is washed off the road, cars and buildings by the rain and runs into the sea. Oil is good for everyday uses. We can't live without oil, but it really affects the environment. And in the future, the ships that are taking the oil from countries to countries should be more careful and try to prevent the oil spills.